Hi, in this segment, we're going to cover feeding your puppy and crate training your puppy. While your puppies are with me, they're used to eating out of a never-ending bowl of food. Now, for housebreaking, if you control the intake, you can better anticipate the output, and that's going to increase your success. Therefore, I recommend that you wean your puppies onto regularly scheduled meals. Since your puppy doesn't realize that when you put a bowl of food in front of him or her, that they are supposed to eat their fill at that point, your puppy is going to skip a lot of the meals. Therefore, we ask that you start out offering 4 meals a day on your schedule: a breakfast, a lunch, a dinner, and an evening meal that's at least 2 hours before bedtime. Your puppy will typically have a bowel movement for each solid meal he or she eats. And if he happens to eat that evening meal, you want to have time for your puppy to deposit that in your yard before it is bedtime. Now, your puppy should not be given a specific ration of food each time. Your puppy should be offered as much as he or she will eat in a 10 to 15 minute offering. The reason for this is a puppy will not overeat as long as you're feeding dry food. Your puppy will eat to replenish the calories that it has burned, and in times of large growth spurts, your puppy's appetite will increase. And when the growth slows down, the appetite will decrease. On a rainy day, the appetite will decrease. On an active day, it will increase. So allow your puppy to self-regulate by allowing your puppy to eat as much as he or she will consume in a 10 to 15 minute offering, starting out 4 times a day. Now, I also recommend that you only offer access to water at those 4 meals. So 4 meals and 4 offerings of water each day. That is for the first 2 weeks. At the end of 2 weeks, you want to eliminate the evening meal. Now, if your puppy is signifying to you that it needs to go out by going to the door at this point, now the water can stay down for full access. If your puppy is not indicating its bathroom needs at all, you still want to offer that 4th drink of water, even though you've eliminated that 4th meal. 2 weeks later, you can eliminate lunch. So at this point, you're a month into it and your puppy is eating a breakfast and a dinner on your schedule. Your puppy should still be getting 4 offerings of water unless your puppy has started signifying when it needs to go out. And again, to reiterate, once your puppy signifies its bathroom needs, then the bowl of water can sit there all the time. Now, the Life's Abundance food that you have ordered is an all-stage formula, and it is sufficient for your puppy throughout life. So this formula can be fed through puppyhood and through adulthood. Now, I'd like to cover some basic crate training. I hope that at this point you have purchased your crate. I recommend a wire crate with an adjustable partition. The sizes that you may need are indicated on the clickable shopping list on my website. When you bring your puppy home, you want to adjust that partition to give your puppy just enough room to stand up, turn around, and lay down with the blanket that I'm sending, with the Snuggle Puppy if you've purchased one, and always at least 2 toys. This crate should never be used as a jail cell or as punishment. This should be a castle. This is a place that you want your puppy to learn to love. Now, after 2 or 3 days of your puppy being confined that tightly, if there have been no accidents, you want to move that partition back 2 rungs and wait another 2 or 3 days. As long as there are no accidents, move it back another 2 or 3 rungs. And till your puppy has perhaps 2/3 the size of the crate and a little bit more room to stretch out and to play. If any of these times that you increase the amount of space and the puppy then has an accident, downsize to the original size, wait a few days, and start that process again. Now, the crate should be placed next to your bed for nighttime. You may decide that you want a second crate to have perhaps in your family room or living room instead of having to move the crate around. It is absolutely fine to have more than 1 crate in your home. Keep in mind, though, that if you buy a plastic crate with a handle, the type that would be great for traveling in your car, it will not have a partition in it. And that partition basically is the bathroom door that you've closed, and the space available on the other side of that partition is the bathroom where your puppy can't access. If you have a plastic crate, you can put something in it to be a filler to take up floor space, such as a Playmate cooler, the type that you push the button in on the side and slide the lid open. They're indestructible. You can put that inside the crate to take up floor space. Other objects are an upside-down milk crate or perhaps a turkey roaster pan, something to take up floor space. Now, when you take your puppy outside to go potty, always use the same door. I do recommend bell training. You can purchase bells on the clickable shopping list on my website. You would hang that bell down next to the door, and every time you take your puppy out, you would take the puppy's nose, ring the bell, and then immediately open the door and go out. The door needs to open within 3 seconds of the bell ringing for the puppy to associate the bells making the door open. Always carry your puppy when you've taken him out of the crate all the way outside, and then put your puppy down where you want him to go. If you open the crate door and allow your puppy to walk out and follow you, your puppy's probably going to stop along the way and have an accident on the floor. When you take your puppy outside, your puppy does not know that you're taking him out to go potty. So don't just sit him on the ground and stand there, because he's probably going to lay down and chew on your feet. He or she needs to be up walking to be able to squat and go. Therefore, if you would walk little circles or little figure eights in the area where you've spread the litter, your puppy's going to bound after your every step. And you need to be glancing over your shoulder constantly so that you notice when your puppy goes and therefore can praise him and bring him back inside. Now, the rule of thumb, the length of time a puppy can hold it in the crate is however many months they are plus 1 in hours. Therefore, when you receive your puppy will be 2 months old. Therefore, the crate time maximum limit would be 3-hour stretches. And that is 3 hours from the last time your puppy went to the bathroom. The fact that your puppy can hold it for 3 hours is absolutely no indication that your puppy will hold it for 3 hours when he or she is running around playing in the house. When your puppy is loose on the floor, he or she has absolutely no reason to hold it when the urge hits them until they are fully housebroken. Therefore, every 45 to 60 minutes, your puppy is probably going to urinate. You need to be one step ahead of your puppy by taking it outside and every 45 to 60 minutes and staying out there until your puppy eliminates. Keep in mind that your puppy will have a bowel movement for each solid meal, so your puppy will probably urinate each time you take it out, but it will only have a bowel movement if it has eaten a solid meal. Once your puppy has eliminated, your puppy can come back inside and have some floor time. Again, 45 to 60 minutes later, you need to take that puppy back out and stay out there until it goes. Now, you've done this several times throughout the day, and for instance, this time you go out and you're out there 10, 15, 20 minutes and your puppy has not eliminated. You can give up if you have things that you really need to tend to inside. Bring the puppy in, but the puppy then needs to be placed in its crate because an accident is imminent. Your puppy's going to have an absolute fit when you put it in the crate and close the door. Never open the crate door when it's crying. Walk away, go take care of whatever it is that you need to. Once your puppy settles down, 20 or 30 minutes later, you can come get the puppy out of the crate, carry it outside, see if it will go, and if it does, now it earns some floor time. Now, to get through your first night, which will be the roughest, that crate should be next to your bed, and do not allow the puppy to fall asleep and sleep for the last 2 hours by your feet before bedtime, and then wake your puppy up, expect it to go potty, and go back to sleep. Keep your puppy up the last 2 hours before bedtime, and make sure that it is exhausted. Walk the puppy last thing before bed. Make sure it has a bowel movement if it hasn't had one since its last meal. Put it in the crate with its blanket, its snuggle puppy, and a couple toys. Close the crate door, lay down in bed, stare at the ceiling, and listen to your puppy complain. Do not open the crate door. You can talk to your puppy. You can reach your fingers over and put it through the bars of the crate and assure your puppy that you are there and that you haven't deserted it. But you do not want to open that door. Do not set an alarm. You'll wake your puppy, and you know the age-old rule, don't wake a sleeping baby. Let your puppy be the alarm. When your puppy wakes up and starts to whimper, first thing is put your fingers back over and assure your puppy that you're there, and hopefully your puppy will calm down and go back to sleep. Do not open the door and take out your puppy unless it has been at least 3 hours since the last outing and you were not able to console your puppy by putting your fingers over in the crate. If the crying escalates at that point, get up, take your puppy out, put it in the grass in the middle of the night. It will go rather quickly. Bring it back in, put it back in the crate, and let it cry itself to sleep. But if the puppy wakes up an hour, hour and a half later, you're going to let the puppy cry it out then, because the rule of thumb is don't take your puppy out any more often than every 3 hours. If you follow this protocol, your puppy should, the crying each night should be shorter and the sleeping should be longer. And most puppies in about a week do sleep through the night, which is typically a 7 to 9 hour night. I wish you success with this. Please remember to get a good night's sleep before you come pick up your puppy.